Since you've had such a deep background here in those early years, when you compare, and this is a question for software OEMs and hardware manufacturers, have you seen material changes in the way they approach system design between back then and today accounting for cyber?
Yeah, well, I mean, they do have so. I mean, it's not uniform, of course.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that cut corners, and most recently now you have enabled AI with a lot of the DevOps. So I think there's more of an awareness now of before it was just built just to build it to communicate. The internet was built for that, but now it's there is some security in mind, and now in the coming years since CISA pushed it, security by design was a big software push in the last couple of years. But it's sort of reactive, I mean, we're not out ahead of it, and it's growing too quick now with anyone that can pretty much code with an AI program, and it's way out. It's out of hand. So you have to look at the cyber in a different way now. I think that you could try and rein in and get the big boys to play by security by design, but there's plenty of others out there that aren't. So but it has been a change.
But even with, so let's say someone is playing by security by design, if you look at the software components and even hardware components, so much is taken off the shelf from
Yes.
open source. I mean, and open source, it's open source. I mean, it's
It's
really
open source.
good, but it's open source.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
there's an
so what
argument
does
for and
that
against
do?
that. Open source is good because often it's checked and there's bugs discovered from being open source. At the same time, it's accessible to anyone. Some players could have access to it. So it's just like everything else with technology. There's a good and bad side. But more recent development is called the software bill of materials, where they're
Yes.
looking at what the ingredients are going into design, and now government has been mandated to do that with the SBOMs. They're going to do it with hardware now too. I think that's a good start because it really goes into knowing what's in your network and what's in your systems and who's got access, and it sort of actually extends beyond that into the zero trust. With a that happened because we realized our networks were infiltrated pretty thoroughly, and so you have to know, okay, this person's no longer here. Why do they still have access, or what device is this? So I mean, there's so much to it, but you had thought that maybe a few years ago we'd have thought of these things, but now it's sort of okay, we need to do it now, but there's so much to do.